Alright, so today we were talking about radicals. Radicals is just another name for square roots. The first thing is we're going to list what the perfect squares are. These are the numbers that you should know just off the top of your head. So square root of 1 is 1, square root of 4 is 2, square root of 9 is 3, square root of 16 is 4, square root of 25 is 5. We'll keep going. Square root of 36 is 6, square root of 49 is 7, square root of 64 is 8, square root of 81 is 9, square root of 100 is 10. We're going to go to 15 just because that's a good number for you to know. So square root of 121 is 11, square root of 144 is 12, square root of 169 is 13, square root of 196 is 14, and square root of 225 is 15. So these are the ones that you should recognize. If I were just to ask you what's the square root of 169, you should be able to tell me that it's 13. Alright, from this we're going to simplify. Okay, if I were to have the square root of 2 over 72, I'm going to look at each of those numbers separately first. Okay, is square root of 2 a perfect square? So if I look along here, do I see square root of 2? No. What about square root of 72? Keep looking. No, that doesn't happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify. I'm going to simplify this to be 1 over 36. Okay, because 2 goes into 2 1 times, 2 goes into 72 36 times. Okay, from here I can look. Is square root of 1 a perfect square? Yes. What about 36? Yes. So this I can separate them as square root of 1 over square root of 36. Okay, well square root of 1 is 1, square root of 36 is 6. So that's how it reduces. Okay, let's look at the next one. If I have square root of 3 squared plus 4 squared. Alright, anytime you have something that you're adding together, you need to add them together first and then simplify. Okay, so this becomes 9 plus 16. I want to keep adding. 9 plus 16 is 25. Okay, well the square root of 25 is 5. So that would be my answer. If, let's say, that right here, I tried to split these up as square root of 9 plus square root of 16. Well, that would be 3 plus 4, and that's 7. Do those equal? No. So this is not correct. Okay, so you need to add everything before you move on. Alright, let's look at one more. I have square root of 256 divided by 4. Okay, if you didn't know what the square root of 256 is, we could go ahead and simplify by dividing. 256 divided by 4 is 64. The square root of 64 is 8. If you did know, so that square root of 256 was a perfect square, we could split these up. The square root of 256 is 16. Square root of 4 is 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So either way, I get the same answer. It's just which one do you recognize first. Okay. Now, this bottom part is what your homework's going to be more like, finding products. Okay, so we're going to be taking square roots and simplifying them still in radical form though. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is have a factor tree. And then I want to pick pairs, so I want to circle my pairs, so the numbers that I have in common. And then I want to take the pairs out, and the singles will stay in. Okay, so let's look at this example so you can understand what that is. So I'm finding factors of 18. Okay, well 6 times 3 is 18. So 3 can't go any further, but the 6 can be broken down to 2 times 3. Okay, so that's as far as I can go. So I have 2, 3, and 3 on the end of my branches here. I'm going to circle my pair. Okay, I have one pair of 3, so I take that 1 3 out. Okay, because it's only one pair. And I'm left, my single stays in, so the 2 stays in. Okay, so this would be your answer. The reason we only take one of these 3's out, if I were to rewrite this as radicals, I'd have square root of 2 times square root of 3 times 3 is 9. Well, what is the square root of 9? It's 3, and then the root 2 doesn't reduce anymore. Okay, so those are the same thing. That's why we only take 1 3 out, because when we square root it, that's what's left. Alright, what about if we had the square root of 128? Okay, well, 128 is 64 times 2. 64 is 8 times 8. 8 is 4 times 2, so both of those. And 4 is 2 times 2. So if I count, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 2's. So I'm going to circle my pairs. And I'm left with this one. Okay, so I take 1, 2, 3 2's out. And I'm left with a 2 underneath. Okay, from everything that I took out, I need to multiply these. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. So this becomes 8 root 2. Okay, so there's that. On your homework, it is a half sheet of paper, like this. Okay, I'm going to go through a couple of these problems with you so that you have some extra help on those. So I'm going to do it on the back of this. So this are homework problems. Okay, number 1 is square root of 24. Okay, square root of 24. 6 times 4 is 24. Okay, that would be 2 times 3 and 2 times 2. So if I look, these are all what I have left. So if I circle my pair, I only have a pair of 2. So that's what I take out. And I'm left with a 2 and a 3. So I need to put both of those back in. Those are both singles. Okay, I need to multiply those. I can't just leave it as 2 times 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. This would be your answer. Okay, then let's look at number 3. Square root of 350. Okay, square root of 350 is 7 times 50. That's 7. I can't go any further. 50 is 5 times 10. Okay, the 10 I can go 5 times 2. Okay, if I look, my pairs are the 5's. Okay, and then I'm left with a 7 and a 2. Okay, so I'm going to take out the 5, and 7 and 2 go in. So my answer is 5 root 14. Okay. And then last one we're going to look at is number 6. I have 7 root 18. Okay, this 7 that's on the outside, I'm just going to multiply it by whatever I take out. So if I look at this, I have 9 times 2, 3 and 3. There's my pair. So I take out a 3. So I'm still going to have this 7 from the beginning, and I took out a 3, and my single is the 2. Okay, so I multiply those, and I get 21 root 2. Okay, you can check your answers to see if you got the same thing. So I'm going to look. Is 7 root 18 the same thing as 21 root 2? Because I'm just simplifying. Okay, if I look, those are the exact same thing. It would be like if I took 4/8 and 1/2. Okay, they're the same number, but the 1/2 is reduced. Okay, so 21 root 2 is the reduced form, and that's what I want. Alright, so your homework is to finish the rest of this, and let me know if you have any questions, and good luck.